Take care just that you're not...
So this is the light.
yes.
And
That's a light.
what do you think this was?
Could be an antenna, could be sun compass. It's an extra fixing, something. Could be a machine gun. It's something.
Could be a snorkel.
No, no.
Thousand shapes like that.
Yeah, as I said, when you have some homogeneous rocks, you will have a very conical shapes. Because it is this one rock, one type of rock, so the homogeneous shape, which is, I call it conical shape, and I don't like it sometimes. I like to call it bells. It's better to say an eruption or a volcanic shape or something.
Okay.
Highness Sultani, Prince Kamal Din Hussein, the one explored the Libyan desert. This
The great discoverer of the
discoverer
Libyan.
who
Libyan
explored
desert.
Libyan desert. This monument has been established by some people who appreciate his great effort. And that guy was named Almasy, but he didn't put his name.
You forget to
I
sign.
don't know why.
You forget to sign.
Because the prince knows why.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Tarek, can we sign Almasy for him?
No. Here.
Can you make it a little bit more
Where is
precise?
Sudan?
Sudan is here.
This is the line of
This is
Sudan.
and this
No,
is
that's the Sudan. This one. 22.
This is the Sudan.
this is Libya, no?
This is Libya.
Fine. Fine.
Nein, sì, sì, no.
Fine. Fine. Fine.
Sì.
Questo di
Qui
qua.
pone Libia,
Questo è
guarda.
Libia?
Hier is toch
Questo è
Sudan?
Libia?
Sudan?
Libya.
Libia, ok, siamo qui, siamo in Libia e Sudan. Wow.
Frankrijk, ja. Wo sind... Achso, warte
We
mal.
are somewhere here. Okay.
Between Libya and Sudan.
No, Libya is something like 15 kilometers or 17 kilometers away. Sudan, it's 500
Zack. Oh, und genau.
animals. Okay.
So.
So we came somewhere from Kharga, after Giske somewhere, going nearly straight way. Here you have 8 bells. Okay. So the 8 bells, the Gilf, that's the Gilf border, more or less. Then the Gilf goes back a little bit and goes like in a triangle. So what we made is we went up to Wadi Wasa, this one. Came to Wadi Wasa, went back here, here's Mare Kantara, which is not on the map. Came out Wadi Firak, went to the Prince Kamal monument, slept here again. Then we came here to Uweinat. Okay.
That's what we did today.
The volcanic crater,
No, the meteorite.
meteorite crater, it's Jebel Kamel, 70 kilometers, it's somewhere, no, there's a mountain here. I have to turn, no, it's on the border.
On the road, the road.
It's on the border, should be somewhere here. Should be somewhere around here. Okay? No, somewhere here.
The one we stopped at, where was that?
That's all over here. You find a group of craters, group of craters, basalt, small things, small.
Clayton crater where is?
So all this area, there are 22 craters, and they are all Clayton craters.
Okay.
We visit.
We visited one already when we started, before in the morning, exactly.
And Peter and Paul belongs to that craters.
Peter and Paul, that's Peter and Paul, those two mountains.
San Pietro.
Two mountains, but not volcanoes.
They are probably also volcanoes.
Vale, vale.
But Peter and Paul, they were the cathedrals of St. Peter and St. Paul in London and in Rome. Okay. So
The singers, Peter, Paul and Mary.
we should have seen them today, but there was no vision at all to see anything.
Was that where we stopped, where it was so misty?
It's all the time misty, even now it's even worse. We are here much better, because we are protected more or less.
When we go back, we pass to them or not?
We sleep by them, but not at them. Of course, we are going to a cave. It's called Peter and Paul. It's a region of Peter and Paul, because it has no name itself. So that
He was asking me the swimmer's cave. We will. Guardala.
yeah. Afterwards, we'll go to, that's also Gilf Kebir, the border. And it continues. And there's still part in Libya. Okay? So in the south, you will find here Wadi Sura.
That's the cave of the swimmers.
That's also the place of the cave of swimmers. There are a lot of engravings, paintings. So that's where will be after tomorrow, inshallah.
We stay there one day or something.
One night, we arrive there, we visit, and maybe we'll leave after lunch. So it's not a complete day. Okay? But we will visit 4 sites, probably. Or we have tried to look for 4 sites, but you have to also be helping us a little bit to get moving.
Ask and we will do. Sure.
I'm asking
Ask and
always.
we will do.
I ask, but even
Demand,
so,
maybe, some people.
yeah, I only have 2 eyes, and even if demand, people listen, it goes in here and goes out there. So. And go down Wadi Hamra, which is this wadi.
Wait, Hamra.
That's Wadi Hamra, exactly.
Hamra means
It's red. Okay. So we have a lot of wadis still here, and the Balato is very big. So we are only getting very small bits and parts.
This means you want us to come back.
No, because everybody is asking why don't we go to that place? Why don't we go to that place? There are too many places. You cannot do in one trip everything.
Il campo all'Uweinat. E il tramonto. Wow. Il Sudan, oltre quel cartello, il nostro accampamento è praticamente il Sudan. Siamo sempre sull'Uweinat e c'è una meraviglia di dipinti. Queste sono giraffe. Qui abbiamo ancora struzzi, mucche.
Buonissimo. Sei sicuro di non volerlo mangiare?
Adesso lo so.
Buono.
Sì, buono. Ciao, say hello. Ciao.
Shukran.
Thank you, grazie.
Yeah, welcome. I will explain. Have to wait. Yeah, sure.
You saw the beast which is here, huh? With this very strange network paint in white on the beast. So what it is, you can recognize the beast by its physical parameters.
This is a goat.
Yes.
This is a goat.
And this one, Professor?
Yeah.
This one, white. What is?
You can see.
Only two legs.
شد وانا عمال بحاول اقول رحت سايبها صح دي حاجه لله
Eso lo decía un torero.
Se lo conté la vez. Casualidad.
Que yo lo estuve en dos palabras.
Impresionante. È vero.
Guardami. Dai, dillo
Impressionante.
En dos palabras. Impresionante.
On the sea, ducks, quack quack. Another say that there are boomerangs. Another one says there are some kind of birds. Ostriches and ostriches.
Meteoriten gefunden auf der Düne.
Ja, nicht.
Der lag mitten auf der Düne. And that's when you walk on a dune
Yes.
and you see a black stop point. Also when we cross the Sand Sea, then you have three reasons. One, a man put it there. Other one, a flashlight goes there. That's the Fulgurit. You have to stop, put it out. And if you see one, I will explain what it means. And the other one, it's a meteorite.
Excuse
You
me.
have only three
It was alone.
It was really alone on top of a dune.
Okay.
And there was no other stone. And that's why
Okay.
it's far away from the mountain.
Qui siamo a Wadi Hamra, la Valle Rossa, e si vede chiaramente molto tempo fa c'è stato il passaggio di un fiume. Probabilmente ci sono state delle piogge molto abbondanti che hanno portato a questo flusso di detriti dal Gilf Kebir, dalla parte superiore fino alla valle.
And we have actually spare water. Okay? So we have a very good announcement to do. Ladies can shower tonight. Only ladies.
What are you asking for? You want to change your sex?
Consider yourself to be a lady, might shower. I won't check, okay? So every lady will have 4 liters of water.
Wow. 4 liters?
Yes.
4 liters?
you cannot imagine how much you can do or achieve with 4 liters of water, okay? Yeah, we'll arrange it to you, okay, and we'll find a solution, and we show you how you're going to do it.
What about us? So us ladies? Okay, us guys will be quiet.
Of the Horak, which is a white bull, but it's local made. So more and more, we have more and more witnesses on proof of this. We can say that the origin of cattle, of the bovines, domesticated bovines, are here in Africa. I will say in a kind of triangle which integrates the north of Sudan, the east of Egypt, the southern Libya, and the northern part of Sudan. This is the place where the wild auroch have been roughly in the 6 million BC.
Can you go closer to the
Yes. So for the dogs, you will ask me what about the dogs?
Closer still?
Yes. You will tell me what about the dogs. The dogs probably came from Middle East with the ships, and we have a tomb in the northern part of Palestine of an individual which have been buried in Malaha with a dog, and the datation is 10,000 BC, so probably the dog have been domesticated minimum at least in the Levant in 12,000 BC. So when the migration of the local people, some group of cow prince came in Egypt, of course they come with the dog. So we can say that the dog and the sheep have been introduced in Egypt from Middle East during the beginning of the 6 million BC and then spread in the desert, in this area. And at the same time, local people domesticated the auroch, transforming it in a domestic bovine, roughly at the same time. I will say maybe a little bit later. We need more to close definitely this. It remains an open fight. So here, according to the engraving, it could be an auroch, but also the possibility that it is already, a domesticated cattle. Can have a mixture of a domesticated or the wild animal, as it is demonstrated, with the dog hunting.
Drill. And we have made this drill that can make a hole.
In this particular thing?
Yes.
We recognize it. Ah, because of this.
Yeah. And afterwards it's blood. That's because Frank, normally we don't, because there's a larger chance for an infection if we close the wound. It's just like people, isn't it? Where's the doctor?
He went.
So don't close, if you have a chance of infection, then don't close it. And then the tree would heal itself by excreting these and closing everything.
Okay. And you take a core from like the
We take a core and we try to find the center of it. We sometimes, because if the tree has a big branch on one side, it will grow more on one side. So we are never quite sure whether we will hit the center or not. And if we don't hit the center, we have a little difficult calculation to calculate where we should have been, but it's possible. So, and then we took some milligrams of wood from a number of places, which is then sent for C14 dating by accelerator. And I don't know where you came. Did you came by the bomb, or you came by the bomb? So you got the bomb down. All right.
So since the 1950s, you said you can age date very precisely.
Very precisely on year.
Do you see any variation in growth since the 1950s, or wet years versus dry periods?
No, we don't see any particular. But what we see in general is that.
It's not that fine.
Yeah, because to us it is. We need to get the general picture because we're going to draw a growing curve. If we had more money, we could have taken much more. So then we could say more in detail. But what's interesting is that on some localities, actually most of the localities, the tree doesn't grow equally all the time. There are periods where they grow very slowly and other periods where they grow fast. And these are not simultaneous on all trees on the locality. So it's individual in a way.
To the rainfall, it's not related to the
Now we have in Sudan we have a locality that is where our meteorological station is, because we took one locality where there was a meteorological station, because we are doing the C13-018, which this is climate, but we need the answer. So we need to be by a meteorological station, and then we can see what will the C13-018 be on certain climatic indicators. And then we can take that and go back in time, because in Djibouti, in Sudan, they started to measure when the railway came in 1908. But then we can go back in time using the same, and we can take this knowledge with us out here where there's no. So, and then it's divided into sub-leaves, which again is divided into sub-leaves. This is because they want to save water. No, this one has many sub-leaves, first order sub-leaves, while tortoise only have 2. So that's a good thing. And then of course, but you also have on the new shoots, in the end of new shoots, there is a difference whether or not it's hairy, but I think that's a very, very bad sign actually, because hairiness also has to do with condensation of water from the air. And we found localities, especially on the side facing the Red Sea, up in the mountains, a lot of moisture is coming in from the sea, and they are so hairy, all of them. Both of them are very hairy. So that's it. That could be an adaptation too, but there is something about that. The leaves are okay.
Some of them are undecorated, some of them are decorated. And the most famous cave is Elobet Cave, which is not far from here, and not far from a place called the Haydon Valley, which is a Neolithic site, which had been excavated by Dr. Sheikh Hassan and Barbara Barish. So here, for the first time, I'm discovering the place. So just a few figures. As you can see, there is one boat here with walls, and with a typical, totems that we can find in some pre-dynastic boats. You have
there are a lot of activities in the Egyptian desert during the whole kingdom, in particular, in search of minerals and rocks. And so I wouldn't put it beyond them to have expeditions, in fact, to explore the different oases and the neighborhood. And this is a perfect place for staying when
L'effetto di un fulmine sulla sabbia.
Écoutez, pas... Voilà. Non, oui.
Nochmal? Sag's nochmal.
Ja, das ist
areas to the south were probably still a little wet, but it was not absolutely dry as we might imagine it today, because the drought that we have today is probably 5,000 years old. So we have 2,000 years where it is very dry, but with period where it would rain occasionally. Okay? And that's different from the period between 10,000 and 7,000 years ago, when it was more wet than dry, but also with intervals of droughts in between.
Wild animals with, in the middle, an antelope, Adax, which is clearly seen with the very big and straight horns. On the right it's less clear, but you can...
Lion with 4 fingers. We know that in the nature we have 4 fingers. And these people, they knew perfectly the nature, so they didn't make any mistake. Don't think that.
Probably in doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers to the lion or to Philid, not Philid, probably it could represent, I will better say, it could represent another fantastic animal which have been represented here in the context. From an environmental point of view, you see here a deposit that is very exceptional, because these are the deposits that usually develop in caves when water is dropping from the top. So these are like the stalagmites, but in this case flowstones. So these document the very rainy periods before the 10,000 years ago.
As far as I know, with a lot of success. For today, for the program, it is just a welcome later on from Mr. Amra El-Azavi